my way is written, and yeah, in the end, I'm at the top of the game. Not the next event, but the event after it. I'm gonna be back in Poland and Gromda, and I'm gonna fucking win the belt.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Joseph from the Heretic Chronicles, and today got a really cool guest coming all the way from Germany. Brother, introduce yourself.
What's poppin', guys? I'm Dustin, Taeddy Rabiega from Germany, 26 years old, fighting and boxing since 1 year. Had a quite good tournament off there in Poland 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I appreciate it to be here in the podcast. Yeah.
I appreciate you joining me, brother. Where are you from?
I'm from Germany, next to Dortmund. It's called Hamm. It's a little city. So yeah, small town.
All right, so growing up in Germany, man, like how was your childhood?
Of course, my childhood, can't say anything bad about it. I've got no sisters, no brothers, so I was just like got everything. It's a good childhood, yeah.
So, growing up, being in school, and did you get into a lot of scuffles and street fights and stuff like that?
No, no, not really, not really. I was never fighting at the street. Um, yeah, I was a little fat kid, got mobbed a bit, but you know, mobbed back, so everything went fine.
When did you start training?
January in 2022, started with boxing and started training, I think 4 or 5 years with some bodybuilding stuff and yeah, lift some weights, but nothing really special.
What drives you to fight?
To be honest, I was, I was started with some YouTube videos from Ring Life. Don't know if you know him. It's a German boy. Um, he does some YouTube content with fighting, and yeah, he motivated me. And a friend of mine and me we were just like, so come on, let's box. Bodybuilding is fucking boring, and yeah, let's do it with some gloves and let's start boxing. So I went to it, and yeah, I just had my first fight in 3 months later after I started boxing. So I just dive into cold water.
Wow, man, that's crazy. If you've only been training for let's say a year and a half, 2 years or whatever, dude, I mean, you got really good skills. Like, right off the bat, you obviously have some sort of a natural ability, natural inkling for
Yeah.
fighting.
To be
And
honest, I think I'm born for this.
I
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, for sure. I want to go a little off script real quick, man. Talk about your music career, man. Talk about that real quick. Dive into your passion for music and
So I'm doing a bit rap music, hip hop music, German rap. Um, Started rapping with a little band in Germany over here. A friend of my father got a band, and he said, "Come on, let's do some live shit." Live shit, so radio music, radio hip hop sounds. So everybody knows that, and yeah, we just went live, and I loved it. I love to be on stage. I love to see the crowd react, and yeah, so I started to do my own music. Yeah, got my
hmm,
first single at 7th of April. Yeah, April. Yeah, April 7th. You say that in English, yeah?
yeah.
April. Um, Yeah, my first single on Spotify and Apple Music and something like that. But yeah, you know, my focus is on boxing, to be honest. Music is just a side job, side hobby. I love it. I love to hear music. I love to make music, and yeah.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. It's cool that you have a passion for something like that, and also, you know, you are in the brutal world of bare knuckle fighting, you know, bare knuckle boxing, you know, so to have that passion for music, and you know, it's pretty cool, man. I was gonna ask you this question, but you already kind of answered it earlier. I was gonna ask, did you have any amateur fights? But you know, obviously.
Obviously not. No, I started boxing. At, It's a
uh,
little organization here in Dortmund in Germany. It's called No Mercy Fights. You can check it up on Instagram. It's quite
yeah.
good organization. Yeah, a friend of mine just built this up, and yeah, I started there and got two fights. My first two fights were with MMA gloves, and after that, I went to bare knuckle. So bare knuckle is the shit. I love it, and bone to bone is the best feeling ever.
Like, how did you gain contact with Gromda, man? How did that all come together?
After my third fight at No Mercy Fights, the third fight was my first bare knuckle fight. I knocked my opponent out in 28 seconds in the first round, and he was like unbeaten at another organization. He was bare knuckle champion at Frontier, Respect of the Streets. And yeah, he went to Dortmund at No Mercy Fights, and yeah, I punched him after 28 seconds, first round KO. And Gromda wrote me on Instagram because they saw the video and they saw my Instagram. Don't know how they came to me, but well, okay, they wrote me on Instagram, and I was just like, fucking hell, yes, it's a fucking big chance for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for that.
So, break down your experience, you know, a couple weeks ago, man, when you fought at Gromda. Like, break down, you know, the from the start, man, from the weigh-ins all the way to the fight, and you know, obviously after the fight. Just break down the whole experience.
It was a fucking awesome experience. We drove with car with my coach 12 fucking hours to Poland. So it's behind Warsaw. It's a small town called Pionki. And yeah, it's I think 4 or 5 hours behind Warsaw. And yeah, we drove with car, and the shit starts to be funny, you know. The shit starts to be funny. And we were there and picked up from the hotel. Everything went fine. Everything is good organized. Gave some interviews, got some photo shootings for the marketing for Gromda, and everything was very very perfect. To be honest, we've got no weight in. It was open weight limit for the tournament.
Yeah.
You saw that my first opponent had 140 kilograms. So yeah, the my we've got the fight at 3rd of March, and 2nd of March we got a face off, and the tournament tree was chosen, you know. So I know my opponent just one day before my fight. My first opponent I knew just one day before my fight, and yeah, my coach said it's our win. We got this tournament, you know. So everything went fine. The fight day was good. I was feeling quite confident, and to be honest, I said to my coach, we've got two opportunities. The one opportunity is I'm going to die in the ring, and the second opportunity is I'm going to win the tournament. And that's how it goes, bro.
Mm.
Yeah. All of the
So,
people around there was very, very heartful, very respectful. Between the fighters, everybody it was fucking great, man. It was fucking great.
so how was it, man? Like, when I was watching the fight, or you know, before the fight actually started, you know, watching the you know the probos and all that stuff with the open weigh-ins for the tournament, and you know, how is it facing off against somebody that big? Like, I want the viewers or whoever, listen, man, if you didn't watch this fight, I'm gonna post a link in the description of this video. You guys can go check out the Gromda's website, and I think you guys might have to purchase the pay-per-view or something like that.
Eight, €9 for the pay-per-views.
Yeah, yes. So, dude, it was kind of like a David versus Goliath type thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think that you were like completely outsized or completely outmatched, but this dude, from my eyes, from my point of view, he was massive. I mean, he looked like a giant, you know, compared to you, but you're obviously huge yourself. But, you know, he looked like he probably had, you know, I can't really do the kilos to pounds, you know, because you're German and you know, I'm from, you know, America. So it looked like to me he had like 80 pounds on you. you know, something like that. So I don't know what that would be in
Around about
kilos.
80 pounds or 40 kilos, right? Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
started. I think he came with 140 kilos, and I'm just around about 100 kilos, so 40 kilograms the difference. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But
So, and
I saw him. Don't want to crush into you, but
sorry.
I saw him, and I was just like, okay, he got 40 kilogram more than me. So if these hands are connecting in my face, it hurts. But I know that he's not that fast as I am. So I'm 100 kilogram, but I'm don't want to sound error, don't want to sound, but I was faster. I know that I was faster, and I showed that I'm faster. So I looked him into his eyes, and I saw he's just afraid, bro. He was, I'm smoking very, very much cigarettes and fucking e-cigarette stuff. And I was just like smoking before the face off, smoking before my fight, smoking before my first fight, second fight, third fight.
Holy
Yeah,
fucking
I was just
shit.
smoking all the time, and all the fighters around are just laughing at me because they thought, boy, he's a fighter and he's smoking as hell. So fuck off. I'm gonna show that heart beats everything. You can't judge a book by its cover.
No, you can't. Yeah, especially so you're telling me, bro, before this, before I think you said January 2021 or January 2022, you're saying previous before that you had no amateur boxing experience or anything?
Really, I swear to God, nothing. Nothing. I'm working as a male nurse as my main job in Germany, and my side job is security. Yeah, doorman. Don't know, bouncer. You call it
Yeah,
bouncer.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm a
bouncer,
bouncer as
yeah.
well. And if somebody is fronting to me and they are just alcoholics, just whoa fuck, one slap is enough the most time. So I've got no fucking hands in my face, but yeah,
I
no
just
ex-
feel like when I was watching that fight, bro, you looked like a pro boxer out there. You were like, dude, like
Thank
I
you, sir.
encourage anybody. Well, I mean, I'm gonna wind up like clipping that fight and putting it in the beginning of the video. Gromda, give me permission. But I'm gonna wind up clipping it and putting it in the beginning of the video, dude. The fucking shots that you were landing and shit was crazy, bro. You
Thank you.
to me looked like the best fighter on the card, if not, let's say second. Bro, you looked fucking phenomenal with the fucking
Thank you.
hands.
I
I
appreciate
swear to God. I swear to
it.
God.
So
I'm
I'm a
serious.
southpaw boxer. My left hand is my strong hand, and that's for the most of the other fighters, it's difficult. Yeah. So I think my best fight was the third fight. My coach said he was just like sitting there and thought he got a PlayStation 5 controller into his hands because everything he said I was doing. So that was quite perfect. I've got some struggle in the second fight in the first round because Dynamite, my opponent was called Dynamite, and he got fucking long arms.
Yeah.
So in the first round I got some problems to feel the distance, and but then I zack, and connected my left hand, and then he fell down, and I know that was it, bro. That was my game. That was the game plan. Just first round touching up, look how long his arms are, and we did that, and I think we did a quite good job over there.
No, man, you did a wonderful job, and it was an awesome performance. Um, talk to me about the rest of your 2023, man. How's that looking? What's the future look like for you?
My future is looking very, very good, to be honest, but I can't talk about that right now because I didn't sign the contract yet. But a very, very fucking big organization in bare knuckle boxing was contacting me, and I want to say it's the UFC for bare knuckle. And I think you know what I'm talking about, but and they wrote me, and I'm gonna fight there in June. So yeah, I've got the big chance to show what's poppin' international.
Wow, that's fucking breaking news. I got the breaking news over here
You
first,
got the
man.
breaking
Yeah,
news in
I
the
did.
first
I
one.
did. No, I really did get the breaking news. That's cool, man. I appreciate you dropping that information on this episode on my podcast. I appreciate it, man, for sure. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it.
If I
Yeah.
if I sign the contract, I think next week maybe I'm gonna announce it on Instagram, and yeah, I think my way is written, and yeah, in the end, I'm at the top of the game.
Yeah.
Not the next event, but the event after it. I'm gonna be back in Poland and Gromda. and I'm gonna fucking win the belt.
Yeah.
In the first fight against Minik, I was just like a little showman. You saw that? I was just like
Dude,
waving
like,
my hands around.
dude,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I barked at him. Fucking hell, I barked at him. And I was just like, after the fight, I was called my friends, and I was just like, yeah, I won the fight. And they asked me, did you bark at him for real? And I was like, fuck, I think yes, bro. So my intention was, I was just I was saying, I was just faking some hits, like I did that I was faking, and then I was faking with my leg, and then I want to fake a punch with the whoosh whoosh, but then I barked. Fucking hell, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, you barked at him like a
I
fucking
don't
dog
want
in the middle of the
to
fight.
I don't listen. I don't want to disrespect him in this way. I was just like touching hands all the time. I was just give me touch gloves all the time. My opponent went down. He stands up, touch gloves. For me, is respect the most important thing, you know.
Pleasure having you here. What do you got to say to the fans? You know, somebody maybe dealing with like, you know, depression, you know, mental health, anxiety. Do you have anything to say to people out there going through, you know, let's say some mental health issues?
Of course, listen, guys. Everything is just mentality. The fucking mentality is everything. You know. So if you want to do something, just go for it and do it, and don't overthink everything. You know, just do it. Do what you love. Do it with the fucking full heart, because in the end, heart beats everything. Heart beats everything. I just can't repeat it because it's the fucking truth, you know? So if you go for something, love something, just go for it. What the fuck you gonna lose, bro? What the fuck you gonna lose? Tell me. If you lose, it's okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, you know?
Mm.
So just go ahead, move on, do your thing with your best. And yeah, in the end, just start. I just can say start boxing. It's good for your self-love. It's very good. You're sport active and you're feeling better. Trust me. Just start with fighting. It gives you many good things back.
Taeddy, I appreciate you, man. The fans are going to love that message. It was an honor talking to you, my friend.
Yeah. Much
Thank you.
love, brother. Take care.
Yep.